Last time I can say that one of my videos did numbers, so here's an update to that Titanic perfume video. I originally posted that video in 2023, and since that time I've learned even more about Adolphe Saalfeld perfumes, and I even snagged a bottle of the Legacy Titanic 1912 perfume. And I'm doing a big article on this on my new Substack page, also under the handle Immortal Perfumes, so subscribe on there in case this app really does go away. You can find the link in my bio. Back to our friend Adolphe Saalfeld. He was a first-class passenger on the ship, and before it set sail, he and the husband of his niece, a German man named Paul Danby, wrote letters to their wives from the ship. Paul then disembarked, so he was not a part of the disaster, and I want you to keep all of this information in your back pocket. When chemical analysis was done on the perfume vials recovered from the Titanic, the perfumers realized that they weren't finished perfumes, they were different accords. Since Saalfeld worked for the chemical company, it's now believed that he was traveling to America to show these materials to perfume companies to try and drum up some business. This is also noteworthy because while synthetic perfume ingredients existed, they didn't really become popularized until Chanel No. 5 in the early 1920s. So our friend was ahead of his time, and who knows what would have happened had the ship not sank. Saalfeld went back to England. He never made it to America. He continued working at the chemical factory Sparks, White & Co., and sadly, he had severe PTSD in addition to being ostracized for being a male survivor. His insomnia was so bad that he had to be driven around London to fall asleep. He and his wife never had children, and he ultimately died in 1926. Paul Danby and Adolphe's niece Rose, as well as his mother, had moved to the Netherlands, but when World War II happened, the trio were sent to a death camp and did not survive. The couple's two daughters did survive, though, and the youngest, Ellen, was alive as of 2016, but I am not sure if she still is. In 2016, she auctioned off the letter that Danby had written from the Titanic, and you can see it says Paul over there. A lot of you asked if the family was compensated for the Legacy Titanic perfume, and the answer is I'm not sure, but it does not seem so. They did, however, do a really good job of memorializing Adolphe Saalfeld with a little bio on the box, and the satchel of vials still features in the Traveling Titanic exhibition, which sounds like it's currently in Boston based on your comment. A lot of you also mentioned that you found Legacy Titanic on eBay and Mercari, and I was able to secure a bottle back in 2023, so let me de-influence you. And pardon the mess, perfume manufacturing in the background. This is a lovely scent. The perfumers did a really great job of recreating the time period. Like, you spray this and you're in 1912. That said, it dries down very soapy and it only lasts a few minutes to an hour before you can't smell it. And it kind of reminds me of a perfume that you would get in like an English tea room gift shop. Real ones will know what I mean. I get heavy like orange, citrus, maybe a hint of violet, jasmine, and rose. And this is a QVC perfume, so the context clues are in the name. If you want a perfume like that, I'd say Quelque Fleur, which I talked about in that Titanic video. It smells almost exactly the same. And my Georgiana perfume is also very similar, except it also has black tea. Okay, friends, hopefully this isn't goodbye, but if it is, you can still find me for all of your perfume history needs, of which you'd be surprised how much perfume history is out there and how wild it is. You can find me on Substack, Immortal Perfumes. You can also subscribe to my monthly newsletter that I just send out through my website, and it's immortalperfumes.com. I have loved every second of hanging out with you all, and I wish you all well.